is it about America, road trips, and random giant roadside attractions? Behind me, you'll see Randy's Donuts, which is in everything from Iron Man to Snoop Dogg videos. It's part of American pop culture. But we thought, how many random giant roadside attractions can we see on one tank of diesel fuel? That's what we're going to find out today on The Smoking Tire. Right then, if we're gonna do a distance challenge, what we need is a car with range, and no one does range better than Audi. This is the A8L TDI clean diesel, and in addition to a host of luxury features, it carries on board 23.8 gallons of diesel fuel and advertises a combined fuel economy of 28 miles per gallon from its 3-liter turbocharged V6. It's the long wheelbase model, so there's plenty of room for people and things. It's got all-wheel drive, Google Maps-based navigation, and if you're going to go on a serious road trip, this is exactly what you want to be driving. You see, Thaddeus, the master of the internet, had come up with a plan. We would attempt to see 12 roadside attractions in one day, which required driving a distance equal to a quarter of the way across the United States on one tank of fuel. The journey would involve city, highway, mountain passes, coastal roads, and a high possibility of traffic. We departed the world's largest donut at approximately 6:30 a.m. en route to the world's largest cup of coffee, 70 miles east of LA in Riverside. Los Angeles means traffic, which is bad for efficiency, but good for showing off one of my favorite features in the entire known universe. Radar cruise control. I have set the cruise control at 65 miles an hour, and I'm now going to stop and go traffic without using my feet at all. The car is doing all the work for me. Four minutes into this trip, I'm fairly certain this is the best highway road trip car money can buy. I concur. Look, Google Street View has the cup. Look, the cup is on the GPS. You think every roadside attraction will pop up in Google Street View right before we get there? Totally ruining the experience.
It's like, yeah, it's like you're gonna
the only thing about these is like the, oh look, there it is. But like you get to see it 30 seconds earlier. There it is. Whoa, that's a big cup.
It's not a cup, that's a water tower.
It looks like a cup.
I mean, it is a cup, but it's...
The stupidity of this journey is just sinking in right now, by the way. Zach knew it the whole time. I was like, yeah, let's go see some stuff. If that's what all the rest of the stuff is going to be like, this is going to suck so bad. The cup looks like Chernobyl.
Yeah, it looks like, a cooling tower for a nuclear power plant that was never built. And maybe it's a missile silo they paint like a cup to hide it.
And
That'd
honestly, if that's supposed to be coffee, what a half-assed attempt at a coffee cup.
What a half-assed attempt at an attraction.
Okay, so the coffee cup was sort of a disappointment. And if I'm honest, the next few stops weren't particularly exciting either. 80 more miles of driving led us to some larger-than-life concrete dinosaurs, as well as a highly uneventful tortoise just outside the entrance to Joshua Tree National Park. On the 200-mile journey to Bakersfield, we saw approximately nothing but desert, and we realized that Thaddeus's route was quite possibly the least scenic journey you could do in the state of California. Fortunately, Bakersfield was the home of the world's largest shoe, so we had that going for us, which was nice. Yo, thank you for picking a place that is straight in the hood.
Should we tell Audi that our car is going to go missing? No one comes here to see this shoe anymore because you don't leave.
I bet these people who live here have better shoe collections than this shoe.
Yeah.
Your destination
There's the
is
shoe.
on the left.
Oh. Stay close to the shoe, we'll be safe. Isn't it everything you hoped it would be?
Here's the deal, Marty. We're going to make this shoe together. If this shoe store is going to be a big business and really stand out from the other shoe stores, we're going to have to do something big.
And I was right. It was like a Mary Poppins shoe.
Yeah. Oh, it's the shoe from when it was built.
I think we go see the olive.
The world's largest olive?
Yeah.
Can't wait.
It better be gigantic.
I predict the world's largest olive will be 44 feet in diameter. The
Oh,
world's largest olive, like the size of that shoe, right?
Okay.
A 44-foot olive is what I
I
predict.
hope you're right.
What do you think?
I'm going to predict like 10 feet tall, top
10
to
feet?
bottom, and underwhelming.
When on a road trip, as I well know, comfort is paramount, and the A8, soulless as it may be on the outside, offers more comfort per dollar than any other car money can buy. Between the space, the ride quality from the air suspension, and the seats which could heat, cool, and massage all at the same time, my spine looked forward to the 61-mile drive to the world's largest olive. I used to not like vegetables very much, which is probably how I ended up fat, but as I've grown up, I like basically all vegetables now. I'm a big fan of vegetables. But the olive, I literally gag and almost vomit in my mouth every time I taste an olive.
Yeah, when I eat an olive, I understand why women and some men don't like to swallow.
There it is. What a sorry looking olive. Are you kidding? That's a rock. That's not an olive. Are you for real with this? This is the olive?
Thaddeus, you're fired.
What a shit. Zach, can you get in the olive?
I might be able to fit in it, and that's not. And that. But the thing is that we're questioning it. It should be big enough that we can walk inside, look up at it, and go, "Wow!"
This is disappointing even by our standards. Dude, you can totally get in the olive.
I can put you in
If
here.
I wasn't so fat, I would get in the olive.
I think you could actually fit. You get your shoulders in. I'm not even kidding.
It'd be like Pooh Bear in the honey pot.
Like if you told me there was the biggest of anything, biggest trash can, I bet it's 4 times the size of
The
this.
biggest chair in America is like the size of that building.
Like they make jokes like, oh, the world's biggest ball of yarn, but when you picture that ball of yarn, it's like 50
huge.
feet tall.
Yeah.
Someone's been rolling that bitch for like a century.
Yeah.
The fact that this thing that I can practically see right over is the biggest of anything, like anything.
This is like a beach ball. A Zorb is bigger than
A
this.
Zorb is bigger than the, and you can buy those for like $300 on the internet.
Yeah, and they go to your house.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for our viewers to understand life before the smartphone, much less life before the interstate system. 40 years ago, this is what crossing the country was like. A series of 2-lane roads with towns every 40 miles or so, each with a reason to take a break, stretch your legs, and maybe snap a picture of the world's largest olive while Dad fills up the wagon. But today, with radar cruise control, reliable cars, efficient cars, comfortable suspensions, and rear seat entertainment systems, the kids are far more entertained texting from their own backseat world than they ever will be by a stop in Kingsburg, home of the world's largest coffee pot. I'll be honest, I was expecting a drip coffee pot. Now that's a percolator. Okay, really, what are the odds that 2 of these things are going to be in the same town? Right up the street from the Grand Percolator of Kingsburg is the one place I actually wanted to see, the Sun-Made Raisin Factory, home to, as they say, the world's largest box of raisins. I f***ing love raisins. Originally constructed and filled with 16,500 pounds of Sun-Made raisins. Oh, okay, so it's a sign now, but because it held raisins at one point, it therefore qualifies as a box of raisins.
They filled it, they got the record, plaque, cheese, and then they dumped it out.
Then they dumped it. Or they left it, and that's what I'm smelling fermenting in there.
That's actually
I love this smell, though.
Really?
It makes me, yeah, it smells like booze.
It smells like almost booze.
It makes me want to be finished with the day and get drunk. Sadly, the journey, like our fuel tank, was nowhere near done. Diesel flowed long enough for us to see the world's largest artichoke, and then we got some sleep before hitting up the world's largest Pez dispenser, and finally, the world's largest monk. Is this guy the patron saint of freeways?
Congestus trafficus.
We had gone over 700 miles and had run out of attractions, but still had nearly a quarter tank of fuel left. All we could think to do was turn around and head home and see if we could make it 300 miles back to Los Angeles. All right, we've officially gone 802 miles on this tank. It's just a matter of time now.
So when is it going to run out of gas?
I don't know. I think we've got 5 to 7 miles of fuel in the lines.
I think we got another 20.
Another 20? I hope not, because I have to pee. If you told me that at the 840th mile, 40 miles past indicated zero, the A8 would still be going strong, I would have stopped to pee. But I didn't stop, so I started to go a little crazy. The biggest olive is only 7 feet in diameter. Wouldn't someone try to make a bigger olive than that?
Absolutely not.
Die right now. Die right now. Die! Finally, at long last, 20 hours after leaving Randy's Donuts, the A8 ran out of fuel. Oh, it's gone.
Is it?
It's dead. I have no power.
Yay!
Oh, it's dead.
Yes!
We have killed
Yes!
it. We have killed it. I didn't think it would ever happen. I was starting to lose the faith. I thought this car was actually going to run forever. Oh, I got really heavy steering. Hang on. 867 miles we went on one tank of diesel fuel.
Damn.
That is madness.
Yeah.
I've never heard of any kind of range like that before. On a stock vehicle, no, that's unheard of.
Driven normally, not hyper mild, not,
over mountains, in traffic, in stop and go.
Parking lots, all that stuff.
Wow.
That's why it's so good. That's why diesel's so good.
867 miles.
Jesus. Let's pee.
Let's see.
Okay.
The A8 TDI is simply astonishing. 4,500 pounds plus 3 passengers and camera gear with all-wheel drive and in mixed conditions, and it still returned 36 miles per gallon overall before running dry. It may not be the prettiest, flashiest, or most fun way to spend 100 grand, but I will be damned if it isn't worth every single penny. But this is the speed limit. The police say, the government says that any faster than this speed is unsafe on this road. Isn't that crazy?